There we go. Okay, ready.
So we have the HC150 heater, and notice that you push this down to roll this out.
Okay.
You want to take off these tubes, just gently pull them back and forth, pull them up.
Okay.
And then you want to fill this with distilled water to that black line.
Okay.
So you can take this off and this off. If you have a big funnel that's not going to spill, don't get any water in here, but you could pour the distilled water in and fill it up that way if you wish.
Okay.
But just know that don't try to pour it with a jug. You got this on and off right here where it has a green light. In the morning, you want to make sure that turns off, otherwise it sits there and heats all day. It's like a tea kettle.
Okay.
I put this usually at 3.5, and then it's just going to give some good moisture.
Okay.
This is called a Snugglehose, which insulates the CPAP tubing.
Okay.
This right here is an antimicrobial CPAP tubing. It's very rare to get. And then this is your mask. This is called an Amara mask. So you have some magnets here that hold it in. When you go to put it on, you want to put your nose in the cradle. Don't put this over the nose. So your nose goes in the cradle. This goes around your mouth. Now, once a week, you want to take this off and run it through soapy water, and get it nice and clean. You want to do it once a week. You also want to take all these off. Take these off and put some antibacterial soap down the middle.
Oh, okay.
Dishwashing soap or whatever, some hot water. And then just go back and forth. If you fill it all the way with hot, sudsy water, you can put it in the sink so both ends are facing upward in the sink and let it sit for about 20 minutes, once a week. Then rinse it out really, really well.
Okay.
If it's rinsed out very well and you want to dry it, do this in the morning so you can just put this in the shower and let it dry.
Okay.
And then that way you're have good clean tube and it's not wet.
Okay. So for the soap, is Dawn something or?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay,
yeah. Just rinse it out really well after you've cleaned it.
Okay.
And then we just put this back in. When you go to pull this off, you can just like break a twig. And then if for any reason we have to move around, and we can take this off, this separates 360 degrees that way, and it swivels down here too to prevent kinking. So now we're going to the actual mask and how to set it up. Bring everything forward, put your nose in the cradle, and then pull this over the head, and then bring each one of these. Notice they're magnets, they're sticking to each other.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so when we go ahead and we put it in right here, it should just go right into place.
Okay.
Everything's been pre-fitted. If you do have to use the Velcros to tighten it, what you do to one side, you do to the other. So pull them both back and then gently bring them to stop the leaks.
Okay.
But the more you work with these Velcro, the more likely the Velcro is going to start to fail faster, and that will be a problem because the Velcro has to be there to hold it and secure. So if you're going to do anything to adjust for leaks, pull the mask away from the face and then just resettle. So grab it like you're grabbing a baseball. Just grab it, pull it away, and then resettle your nose. Your nose is in the cradle, never above. You have an intentional leak right here. Okay, that's to let the CO2 escape. So when it breathes out, all this trapping of CO2 is going to be there, so it pushes it out. So when you wash this, make sure you're washing the whole mask and everything. Okay? So then we go to your nightly routine of getting set up. You want to get the machine running when you're putting them. You push on the on button right here.
Okay.
And notice that it takes a little bit of time to do everything, but right down here it says start ventilation. Okay?
Okay.
You see that? So it's a little start ventilation. Then we go ahead and bring everything forward, put on the mask. You want to make sure you're getting the oxygen put in place. And then that would be where we would take the swivel that's already going to be on the pigtail. This is called a pigtail, this clear one. And that's so we're not having to finagle with the big barb on the inlet that's there. And we just want to put this in place.
Okay. And that's the tubing from the concentrator, right? Okay.
Yep. So we just put it in like that.
Okay.
And then if you want to, you can do what is already in this. There is a water trap. That's the alarm intentional to say that he's had the mask off for at least 60 seconds.
Okay.
Okay? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take this off. So this water trap can actually present itself. Maybe push the silent alarm button if we wanted to, because he's not hooked up to it. But now I've got this all connected with the water trap, so no water's getting into the ventilator.
Okay.
So you don't have to use this. But this can sit down here
Okay.
like that. So the oxygen would, you turn on the oxygen, you're going, put the mask on, and then once you're fitted, just make sure you're not having any excessive leaks. And then when you're done, after the evening, you're gonna go ahead and push this button here. But let's go ahead and bring the camera closer.
Okay.
This tells us our batteries. There's 2 batteries. There's one internal and one external battery. Swap, hot swap. You can
Okay.
see that. And so we want to make sure we have that done. So we're gonna push this button here. And it's gonna say either go standby, which is immediately going to the bathroom. You don't have to wait time and come back to the, you know, after you've gone to the bathroom, and then you just start ventilation again, and it goes right into it.
Okay.
We're gonna do this again, but this time we're gonna power off.
Okay.
That shuts the whole machine down.
Okay.
And then it will go through the whole setup process. When it starts next time, it'll take a little bit longer to turn it on.
Okay.
But you're all set. And then, but when you want to get out of the mask, we want to go ahead. See this right here? You just have to grab a hold of this and just twist up or down.
Just twist it down. Okay.
Twist up, down. You can even notice I'm pulling forward. It's not doing anything. But twist.
Okay. That's the thing I didn't see yesterday when you were doing that. So, okay.
Yeah. So if you try to pull forward, it's locked.
Okay.
And I guess I can push in. That might work.
Yeah.
And then anyway, so, but this cushion, the tubing, the one thing you do not want to get wet is this. This is the bacteria filter.
Okay.
You can change these out once a month. If it gets really dark and gray, then change it out more frequently. But this
So
is,
once a month. Okay.
yeah, so this right here can stay right here and just firmly, and then we take this 18-inch CPAP tubing and we plug it in right here so that it's ready to go. And then we just bring this back into play.
Okay.
Any questions on that?
See, okay, so on that filter then, that's what it's called, isn't it? The
Yeah,
filter.
bacteria filter.
Bacteria filter. Okay, you said to change it once a month.
Yes.
Now, what happens when I know we've got some things over in the drawer. I don't know if one of them's a filter.
Yeah.
Is one of them a filter?
I gave you 2 filters.
2 filters. So that's what they are.
So 2 round
Okay.
bacteria viral filters. Yeah.
Okay.
So just change those out. It's just more or less. It's like a HEPA filter that's helping you, so that you know you got really good filtered air. There's another filter on the back, so things will go great. You have a filter back here. Now that's why we got this camera going.
Yeah.
Back in the back, there's a round filter. We just reach in the back, and this filter, we can run this through soapy water
Okay.
and rinse it out really, really well. And then just pat it between towels, squeeze out all the water. And then if it's in the morning, this is preferably when you do your cleaning, because it has time to dry. You can put it back in the back. It just fits right in that spot.
Okay, so now how often do we do that?
Once a week.
Once a week? Okay. That.
So preferably
okay.
you're doing your cleaning in the morning on a weekday. That way, if anything breaks, we have time to respond.
Okay.
You know, on the weekends, it might not be so much fun to...
Yeah.
And don't be doing it at 2 a.m. Believe me, I had some home health nurses cleaning ventilators, and they accidentally spilled water into the ventilator, and you're like, it destroyed it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
So never transport this and this at the same time. Always disconnect right here at the bacteria filter. And if you're having to transport, so you're going somewhere, it's easy to just take this off of the bacteria filter and just plug it right on here. That way the water's not going anywhere.
Okay.
It would just go up here in the tube and back down.
Okay.
And then that way we're not having anything back flowing into the ventilator, which would destroy it.
Okay.
The bacteria filter does help try to stop water, but it's not full resistance. So, and that's the Trilogy Evo Ventilator.
Okay.
Okay.
So that sounds good. Okay, so I'll go ahead.